Ambitious women, entrepreneurs are beginning a movement to create a new way of business that focuses on collaboration and community. Together, we are shaping the way by using our intuition, our inner insight, and our creativity. Join us for inspiration, motivation, and transformation. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and this is the Wealthy Wednesday Show. A special thanks to Gordon Reary for creating the music. You can find him on Facebook under Gordon Reary. So now, let's get started. Welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and today I am so incredibly excited. I have not only an incredible colleague, but a very dear friend on the Wealthy Wednesday Show that's going to help you truly become magnetic and attract business, especially if you are an intuitive leader. So as a military spouse, a mom, and with 40 years of entrepreneur, professional speaking, and as an executive coach, Terry has experienced multiple burnouts. And if you're an entrepreneur or if you've worked in the corporate world, I know what you're talking. I know that you understand what the word means when I say burnout. And she is an absolute phenomenal powerhouse. So grab your pen, grab your paper, and if you're driving, just listen carefully, but pay attention to the road. And let's give a warm welcome to Terry Wildemann to the Wealthy Wednesday Show. Welcome to the show, Terry.
Thank you so much, Lucy. It's so exciting to be here with you today.
Wow, you are so incredible. You are such a powerhouse, and you've actually led this inward journey of study that changed your mindset, that changed your perceptions, that changes the business inner game for individuals. And you also teach and you lead leaders so that they can use the heart-centered component so that they can have an incredible better business, and you help them with the burnouts and using their intuition. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. It's a passion. It's something I had to learn for myself. And now, and I believe that we end up teaching what we need to learn ourselves.
Yes.
So to be able to share that information with other folks who are going through similar, or as a preventative for folks who see themselves on the edge of burnout. It's just so rewarding to share my journey with them and the steps that are involved in healing or avoiding burnout.
Yes, that is so crucial because I personally had severe burnout after being in healthcare for 20 years. And I was so burnt out, I didn't even realize I was burnt out. Whew. So thank you, Terry, for helping me with some of those steps, because now I'm really more energized. I have more power. I have more ability to move forward. Plus, I'm able to use my intuition to move forward. But I wanted to ask you so that you can fully explain what this means and how this relates to our participants that are listening, is what is an intuitive leadership? And can you tell us what's that all about?
Well, an intuitive leader is one who listens to their wise inner guidance system. They know how to tune in. And there's a friend that many of us have. His name is Abraham, and he says it's about becoming tuned and tapped and turned on. And it's about becoming the tuned and tapped and turned on leader. And we do that when we stop chasing work-life balance. You and I have talked about this.
Yes.
Work-life balance does not exist.
True.
However, what does exist is life harmony. So when you take those words apart, work-life and balance, and that's what I did on my TED Talk recently. I took those three words apart because the word work, we give it a negative connotation to it. And when we recognize that everything is work, what you and I are doing is work. When we're in the garden, it's work. When we're playing sports, it's work. Everything is work. And when we recognize that work is where we meet life. Work is where life uh, connects with us in a way that we can choose for it to be joyous. So when you look at all of the different areas of life, the different, whether it's the physical, the health, the spiritual, the career, the financial, the relationships, when you look at all of those parts and you incorporate work in there, that then leaves balance. And balance, as we think of it in work-life balance, it doesn't exist. And the reason why it's silly to continue going after work-life balance is because if you think of the balance, okay, this is the scale. Okay, each one of my hands is a scale. What is happening here with the two scales in balance? What do you see or don't see?
And they're not touching.
Yeah, they're not touching, but there's also no movement.
Oh, that's true. There's no movement.
So
That's
if we're
right.
facing work-life balance, what are we going after?
Stagnation.
Exactly. Exactly. Leadership, it's about helping leaders stop chasing stagnation and using balance, not from a stagnation perspective, from a place of pause, a place of going within and tapping into the intuition and getting the insights around areas and events that are challenging so that we can naturally and organically get information to allow us to move forward. So that's what intuitive leadership is about.
Wow. And intuitive leadership actually leads you down the path to magnetic business attraction.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Ooh.
does.
Ooh. Tell
Magnetic.
us a little bit more about that. How does that work? You have some juicy tips? Is this where
Well,
we grab the pen and paper?
you can grab pen and paper on that one. The magnetic business attraction is based on the philosophy of law of attraction. Law of attraction was made famous in The Secret, and you've got many authors who have written about that wonderful, powerful law. And the goal is to literally become a magnet for what you want instead of what you don't want. So in business, we want prosperity. We want great clients. We want to be able to serve if that's your mindset. And frankly, you should not be an entrepreneur or go into business for yourself if you're not willing to serve. And you and I both know where we're going with this. If you're going into it solely for the money, studies have shown that people who go into being an entrepreneur solely for money oftentimes don't end up being successful. However, those who become an entrepreneur because they're doing something that they're passionate about and they use practical and logical steps to enhance, grow, and magnify that passion. Okay, so it's not, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's about integrating the practical, tactical, and logical with the emotional, the energetic, the spiritual, the intuitive, and the physical. And when you integrate it all, you are a magnetic business attraction machine. And it just pours in. It just comes in. And there are lots of models that I wrote about in my book that help to bring in the prosperity and what you need to become the successful entrepreneur that you want to be.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's really fabulous. So can you tell us just a little bit? Now, we understand the practical and bridging all of this together. And you've talked about so many different models in your book and the different types of models, but why is this particular model more important? And how can one start applying it both in their business and in their life?
This model is very important because it's a 24/7 energy. Law of attraction works 24/7. So if you're thinking negative stuff, guess what? That energy is there and you're bringing it towards you. If you're thinking positive stuff, that energy is there. Now, there are hidden emotions that get in the way. For example, if we're doing affirmations and we're saying, I'm in the process of getting slim and trim, and you're back here, you're saying, oh, no, you're not. It's not going to happen. Okay? You have to truly trust and believe. And part of that is It's what I call the RAM model, the results alignment model. It's a circle. Okay. And at the
Mm-hmm.
top of the circle is your perspective. Your perspective then goes into words and thoughts. Words and thoughts can be interchangeable. And the words and the thoughts are created by our emotions. So we have perspective first. Our perspectives create emotions. Emotions then create words and thoughts. And then our words and our thoughts create our results. And those results create insight that it's feedback, which goes right back into perspective. And this is happening on, and I don't want to get everybody dizzy, but it's round and round and round and round, 24/7. So if you're saying to yourself constantly, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, what is the body going to do?
Get tired.
Get tired. Now, there are times if there is a physical illness, you do have to listen to that. But our words often create our physical manifestations. Case in point, there's one person I know who's very dear, who kept saying, I need a break, I need a break, I need a break from school, I need a break, I need a break. And in sports, unfortunately, suffered an accident and he experienced 5 breaks in his leg.
Wow. Not good.
He got the break.
He did.
We're sitting there going, oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's was big.
That was really big. So.
Very, very big. And that's how powerful law of attraction can be, magnetic business attraction can be. So it's about being very careful about your language. A better way of saying, I need a break, I need a break, I need a break would have been, I need to take some time off so that I can regroup.
Okay. So changing that to say, instead of, and when you do it, because you say when you're setting it up, you're needing it. But when you're doing it, then you're consciously making I'm taking time off to renew myself, and just using that and taking off the full weekends.
Exactly.
These days, for me, has been really powerful. So Monday morning comes around, and I just love Mondays. I'm so excited. Monday comes around. Yeah. So
that's one example.
Yeah.
Another example is when it comes to business. I'll share this is a fun story. I love sharing this one. About 8 years ago, I was in a situation where I needed $1,000 to go to this program. And the cash flow wasn't what it needed to be. And I said, you know what, universe? You led me to this program. It fell in my lap. Bring it on. Please bring it on. And I let go. My perspective creates my emotions. My emotions where I'm going to just let this go. And I'm going to step into belief and trust. Those were my words. I'm stepping into belief and trust and expecting that everything is going to fall in my lap. 2 days before the deadline, I'm sitting here going, okay, my trust and belief is wavering. Nope, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. And that afternoon, we were at an event where we won the $1,000 jackpot.
Wow.
I mean, it was, I was jumping up and down like an idiot in the parking lot, embarrassing my children. I didn't care. But the universe said, hey, you never know where it's going to come. And it's about staying in that trust and belief. So again, your perception, that perception was, I trust and believe in this, and my words are very positive words with very powerful thoughts. I let go. My results were created. The feedback is keep it going, and I did. I kept it going and kept it going. And that's how magnetic business attraction operates. It's 24/7 in a circle.
Wow.
And so the results alignment model.
And that's really important as the women entrepreneurs that are listening to this is getting the results without burnout
That's really important. Being able to really set it up so that it's magnetically attracting to you, and really learning how to pay attention to what you're saying and
Well,
how you're saying it yourself, because you could have results that are literal, which sometimes you don't actually want the literal result of what you're saying. Is that correct?
happened with this young man.
Yeah.
Now, for women who are burning out, they can say, "Oh, I have too much to do. I have too much to do. I have to, have to, have to. I gotta." Again, this is magnetic resonance attraction. If you keep saying, "I have to, have to, have to, got to, gotta," what are what are you saying? Your perception is, "I have to, have to, have to, gotta." It's creating an emotion that is highly stressed, lots of tension. You feel it in your body and throughout your entire system. It's a perfectionism mode. It's
Mhm.
this, I need to be perfect. No, you don't. Nobody said you have to be perfect. Absolutely not. Get rid of that fallacy. Get absolutely rid of that fallacy, because
Mhm.
perfection does absolutely nothing but stifle creativity.
Yeah.
It puts you in the box. When you're in perfection, you're in the box. Okay?
Correct.
And you put so much pressure on yourself and everybody else around you. You drive your
Mhm.
family crazy, you drive your clients crazy, you drive everybody ballistic. So what if the house is messy? You know what? I live here. It's that kind of thing that I had to finally come to terms with myself. I do so much for so many people and do so much for my family. Hey, I'll hire a housekeeper when I'm ready. You know,
Exactly.
it's one of those things. It's like, and I had to learn that.
Mhm.
I had to learn that. And using the RAM model on everyday stuff.
Mhm.
If you're constantly saying, I have to do this, I have to do that, I need to do this. Need is about lack, by the way. I need to do this, I need to do that. You're out of flow. So your perception that is creating your thoughts, that's creating your words, or that's creating your emotions first, that create your thoughts and words,
Mhm.
they get compromised and go towards what you don't want instead of what you do want.
Oh, wow. Wow. And can you explain, is that one of the reasons why some folks have challenges working with the magnetic business attraction?
Absolutely. With that question, because a lot of our words, a lot of our thoughts and our emotions are based on behavior,
Correct.
learned behavior.
Yes, that's true.
So it's one thing that I learned with working with law of attraction is to just tell somebody to think positive. You know, that can be very hard for people based on programming from stuff that happened in their youth. So
Exactly.
so this is where the energy psychology comes in.
Mhm.
Things like NLP, EFT, EMDR, emotion code. And um, I do all of those things. And what I know is energy psychology has made a huge difference in helping people heal from the hidden emotions, subconscious emotions that are in the way of allowing magnetic business attraction to work for you positively the way you want it to work.
Yes. Yes, I understand that. So a lot of that, when you have these negative beliefs, when you grew up with these things, sometimes thinking positive is difficult. And then you were mentioning that as women, when you have this have to, gotta, do, that almost stresses me out just thinking of that. But how does that stress play out in the role of attraction and intuitive leadership process?
When we identify what is at the core of the have to, need to, want, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
When we get to the core of it and dissolve the hidden emotions that are those drivers,
Mhm.
what happens is there's this sense of relief that allows us to go into our heart and our intuition and allow the answers that we're seeking to bubble to the surface, because we don't have those um, negative veils anymore. We don't have those hidden emotions that are taking us to places that we didn't even know they were taking us to.
Mm.
You wonder why law of attraction didn't work. You wonder why magnetic business attraction doesn't work. You wonder why you're not attracting the income that you want. You wonder why you're not doing this, not doing that. And your language, by the way, has a lot to do with it, because words like don't, not, know, have to, can't, won't, try. If you're constantly saying, well, I'm trying, there's always an escape hatch with the word try.
That's true.
But when you
That's
use the word
true.
commit to, I commit to doing this, it's a completely different energy. And that's where RAM comes in. Your perception creates an emotion. Look at the emotion with the word commit versus the word try. Okay, so the words I commit to leads to different words, different thoughts that create different results.
Exactly. Exactly. So can you tell us a little bit about your you have a strategy, you have a gift that you help individuals in regards to this. Can you tell us a little bit about that, and how to quickly shift, and what exactly do they need to do to start shifting this, because they might have already been in that mode where they're using try, they're using got to, I have to, and they're all stressed out, and so what is the quick shift technique that you can tell us about?
Well, I love this technique because it's so easy you don't think it's working, but it really does, especially with
Oh.
practice. The quick shift is about shifting into this part of our body. It's about getting out of our heads
Mhm.
and shifting into our core. When you shift into your core, your heart, where your lungs are, where you're breathing, you shift your attention here. And then you can put your hand, if you choose, on your chest. And you use your hand as an air pump, and you're breathing in and out of your chest. So your hand is an oxygen. So you're doing a couple things. You're shifting into your body, so you're out of your head. The heart itself, the magnetic field of the heart can be measured 6 to 10 feet away from the body in a 360-degree circumference.
Mm.
So when you shift into this place and you're breathing deeply, you're really connecting with this heart center that is so very, very powerful. And when you're finally out of the have to, need to, and you're in this heart center where you're just breathing and breathing and breathing, what you're doing is you're increasing your DHA levels and you're lowering your cortisol levels.
Ah.
Stress levels are dropping.
Mhm.
Oxygenating the blood. When you're highly stressed, your body gets very tense and you're not breathing. This forces you to breathe. And when you're focusing on the heart, your love center, your core, you're breathing in there. You're bringing more love to yourself. Okay. And I'm really explaining this long. There's 4 simple steps to this. I'm giving the long journey on this. When you keep breathing in and out and just keep focusing on good stuff. Focus on something that makes you feel really good. And you may be wanting to hold a pet. You're holding a baby, a significant other, walking on the beach, walking on a lake, water skiing, jumping out of a perfectly good airplane, which is where I go. I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane to celebrate my birthday, and it was the most magnificent, empowering, unstoppable moment. And that's where I go in my heart. And it feels so good. How are you feeling right now, Lucy?
Me? I'm imagining jumping out of an airplane. A perfectly good airplane. Why would I? And so I feel really exhilarated. Like I got that excitement going on. Like I want to kind of like just start moving around and getting really, really excited.
Well, the
So
quick
if I was thinking of a different thing, I'm sure I would. Like walking along the beach makes me think of, oh, I'm going to be in Michigan pretty soon, and collecting seashells and walking along the Lake Michigan, and
keep breathing into your chest as you're doing that.
yeah.
So doing that for 60 seconds. Step number 1 is shifting to the chest area.
Mhm.
Step number 2 is putting your hand on your chest, breathing into your hand, acting as a air pump. Step number 3 is thinking of something that makes you feel absolutely fantastic. Step
Mhm.
number 4 is staying engaged there in that moment. Stay there as long as you can. It can be as simple. Once you keep practicing this, you can do this in seconds.
Yes.
Or you could sit here for 5 seconds or 5 minutes if you choose. But
Mhm.
if you stay in this moment and you do this, and I do it every hour. I have my computer set up to announce the top of the hour because I get engrossed in what I'm doing in my computer. So when it goes off, it's my trigger to do a quick shift. And when I do the quick shift, it brings me down from wherever I am. And there are times that I get a different perspective on the work that I'm doing in the moment.
Fabulous.
So it's a very simple, highly powerful technique. And you can download it at the quickshiftzone.com.
Wow. So that's at quick, QUICK, shift, SHIFT, zone, ZONE.com. QuickshiftZone.com.
And you will have access to a very simple card. Just download it. I had one person who laminated it. She has it on her computer. She has it in the car. She has it in her purse. She has it in her handbag. She has it everywhere. So that's actually what I tell folks to do, especially in the early learning phases.
Yes. Wow. Wow. That is super fabulous. And Terry, how can people get a hold of you and your website if they wanted to find out more about this magnetic business attraction or your book that you have?
Oh, my book, The Enchanted Boardroom. If you go to www.intuitiveleadership.com, you will see the big banner of the book, The Enchanted Boardroom, Evolve into an Unstoppable Intuitive Leader. And much of what we talked about today is in the book. And it gets into systems. It's a very practical know-how book.
Yes.
That teaches you how to get into that intuitive place that some of us are a little nervous about tapping into. So there's some very good information in there. And it's a great graduation gift. So if you're looking for something to give that graduate, whether it's high school on up, it's a wonderful book for that. And that's really why I wrote it. I wrote it in such a way that a high schooler can read it going on up.
Wow. Wow, that is so crucial. And that's at intuitiveleadership.com.
And the book is also on Amazon.
And the book's on Amazon. So, Terry, this has been so fast, so quick, and we're just about ready to wrap it up. Is there any last thoughts you'd like to leave our audience with before we say our farewells?
The best advice I can give you is always follow your heart and your intuition. If there is something that keeps driving you and you keep ignoring it, listen to it, because your intuition is rarely wrong. And even though it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. Follow your intuition.
That makes perfect sense. So thank you, Terry, for being on the Wealthy Wednesday show. This has been phenomenal. And I want to thank my audience. You're the reason why I create the Wealthy Wednesday show every single week. We're going strong. In March, we celebrated 2 years. And now we're starting to look forward to expand. So if you're looking for a special author, if you're looking for an individual, if you want a topic, please go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Wealthy Wednesday Show. Let me know. If you have somebody you would like me to contact to be a guest on the show, or if you would like to be a guest yourself. So until next time, abundant blessings.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle, and I would love to keep in touch with you by giving you a very special gift that will help you move your business and your life forward. You can access this special gift I am giving to you at my website at lucymcmonagle.com. That's LucyMcMonagle.com for keeping in touch with me and getting access to a gift that will help you move your business and life forward. Until next time, abundant blessings.